All right, welcome back to your Mid-Atlantic Major. We got 30 seconds to go. With me in the booth is a very good friend of mine, Anthony Vitale. Anthony, you want to introduce yourself?
I think you just did, so I think I'm good. But, yes, you're a very good friend of mine as well. We got Vibe on the left-hand side, and it looks like the Sirens are going to be here on the right-hand side. That looks like Bruna that's over here in the Snake 1, potentially. Oh, she's going to get a penalty. I don't think that's Bruna, actually. But, yes, second Siren's going to be pulled off, Maddie. So we've got 3 Sirens on the right-hand side.
Jersey High Rollers on our left?
No, Vibe.
Oh, Vibe on the left. So I think you're calling... Yeah, I think you're slightly off there. So it should be Dallas Vibe versus Northern Lights.
Oh, I apologize.
The next point... Yeah, I got a little confused there. Next point is going to be New Jersey High Rollers versus San Francisco Sirens.
So Northern Lights player got into Snake 1. She got hit. She kind of looked at it. I think she was hoping to get a check, but she didn't really call for the check, and I think that's what the penalty was pulled on, which was a good call.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to criticize, but because I've certainly got enough penalties in my life. But if you think you have a hit, if you're pretty sure you got a hit, don't wait for a ref to tell you that it's a hit. Just get out of there.
I think if she even called for a check, I think she would have avoided the penalty. But
yeah. All right, well, taking the field next, we should see New Jersey High Rollers versus San Francisco Sirens. High Rollers, I believe, are second place overall in the league right now.
Yep, great finish in Vegas.
Sirens, I think, 7th? No, that's the Suricatos in 7th.
Yes, Sirens might have come in 5th or 6th.
No, Sirens are 7th.
7?
Yeah, never doubt me.
Never doubt you, that's right. All right, we got High Rollers out there. I see Alex Delmar, I see Janaea, I see Sobi Glass. Probably Bella on the Dorito side, probably Paige on the Snake side. Paige is coming here to the Snake 1.
Snake.
Sirens
on our right. No, I'm sorry. San Francisco Sirens on our right. San Francisco Sirens coached or head chief in charge, Brian Benini, couldn't be here this weekend. Rooting him on. Oh, 2 players walking off now. Ooh, that's not the start that the High Rollers needed this game. So they've got the Snake and they've got home. They've got no presence left on the Dorito side, though.
Nice shot right there by Paige, picking up the Snake player from the Sirens.
Sirens player moved a little bit too slow in that Snake. If she had dropped and crawled, she would have been fine.
High Rollers, even though they're probably down 1 body, 3 on 4, are in better positions, Matty.
Yep. So if we could see the Rollers maybe move up the Snake side, they are in position to take it, do some damage. But they have spread out to that Dorito corner, trying to stem the flow.
Another Sirens taking a walk from the Dorito 1, so it's a 3-on-3. Alex Delmar's on the Dorito side. It looks like Janaea's in that small Aztec in the center, and Paige is still here in Snake 2 for High Rollers. The Sirens are over on the brick on the inside, as well as this center tower.
So I'd like to see this high roller player in the Snake go ahead and get to the 50. She's waiting for something that's not happening, which is fine if you set a trap. But
that's what she was waiting for.
As I say that, wow, okay, I'm an idiot. She did exactly what she should have done. She wrapped around the outside of that S2, waited for a crawler, blew her up. This is why I don't coach.
Yeah, let's see if she's going to go all the way down.
She's going to go all the way to their S1. The question is, will that tower pick up? The tower's in a real good position as snap shooter. Yeah, I think she's picking up on it. Yep, she knows. She might as well back up now. There's no reason to stay there. It's unplayable in this situation. She should back up out of that.
Yeah, and Paige is doing a really good job staying alive. Hopefully Alex can just move down that Dorito side and pinch out the last Siren player. That
tower is doubting herself right now. That tower for the Siren. She's like, did I see what I think I saw? I thought I saw a butt pack. She just took one in the ponytail, and it didn't break.
So a good point there by the High Rollers, losing 2 bodies early.
Great turnaround. So in that situation, I'm sorry, that was number 4. That was
Paige Vassar.
Paige probably should have backed up. Like, if that tower was on her, there's no way she could do anything.
Or she could have just wrapped the outside of it.
Were we too loud? Oh, okay. The ponytail, yeah. It didn't break. All right, I just had a conversation with Jason Friend, our head ref. He also was aware of the ponytail shot to the Siren player that didn't break. Is that going to be the next trend in coaching WNXL? Have all your players cut their ponytails off?
Our girls go in braids for that reason. They don't like buns, and they don't like ponytails. But not every team has Candy, which is Jen's mom, who just sits there and braids hair all morning and night.
Yeah.
All right, so we have Northern Lights now, Matt, on your side of the field. Vibe coming out, 1-0 on my side.
Northern Lights need to turn around. They're out of, I believe, the Ontario area.
They're actually split up in halves, so half of them are on the East Coast and half of them on the West Coast.
First player, 2 players walking off, though, for Northern Lights. Not a good start. Trying to fill out. I don't think it's going to work. No, she's going to fill out right to her home pit. So now they're down 3 bodies very, very quickly. They do have the snake, which is great, but I don't know if that's going to be enough for Northern Lights to spin this one around.
McKellick Wilkins calling out kill 2. She's in snake 1. Northern Lights player in snake 2.
It is actually kill 3, but she's going to know that soon when she sees the players on the sidelines. Northern Lights player maybe moving up that Dorito side. Yep. I mean, good on you. The Northern Lights players are still trying to push to the win. I say that, she walks off. So it's just going to be this last player left alive. They're going to towel out. Tough point for Northern Lights. Just nothing really went right for them that game. So what do you think of this layout?
At first glance, it wasn't a fan. After practicing it 4 days, I think it's a pretty good layout.
Yeah.
There are some changes, like any time you come to the actual layout.
Yeah.
That are changing and making it a little bit more of a shooter's field versus just making moves. But I think it should play out well. That's what these prelim matches are for all these teams to kind of get a little bit better and try to roll into the playoffs with some momentum.
We didn't fully introduce you before. So this is Anthony Vitale, Boston Paintball, Committed Paintball, BKI, Heroines, Team USA. What else am I missing? You've got a dry cleaning business I'm not aware of?
No.
Okay. He's an institution up in New England. All right, we are launching here in just a couple seconds.
A lot better view from the commentator's booth than most layouts, huh, Matt?
Yeah. The worst is, first player dying up the middle, though. So we've got a 4 and 5. Now 4 and 4.
Janaea takes it out of the back. Looks like Taylor Hofer's here in the snake. Sobe Glass is in that center tall tower. Ooh, a minor is coming. I don't know if it looks like it's being called on Alex Delmar or Bella got it, either one, but both of them are taking a walk. So there's 2 high rollers. That looks like Veda is in the snake, not Taylor. So Veda and Sobe are crossed up. Sirens are looking pretty good.
So 4 and 5, Sirens. 4 and 3, Sirens advantage.
4 on 2.
I think I might have another player walking off over there, unfortunately, for the Sirens.
So 3 on 2?
Yep. So we've got this snake mini wall. She's transitioning over to the snake 1. We got the D1 over there for the Sirens.
I don't know who snake 1 is actually. Maybe playing a bounce shot. Gets Sobe.
Player walking out in the middle for. Here we go. Sirens are going to slide up this snake. Ooh, I don't like shooting over the top like that. No, it works. I'm totally wrong. Sirens blow that up. Sirens may be salvaging this one. Just going to trot up. I think it might be a 1-on-1.
Should be over.
No, 2-on-1. No, 2 on none.
Yeah.
1 rhymes with none, so that's kind of the same thing.
Good to see Veda back out here. She was injured for Vegas. Sirens, good point there.
Clean check. All right, Sirens are going to tie it up 1-1. We're going to flip back over to the other game where Dallas Vibe is up by 2-0 on Northern Lights.
And for those that haven't seen, over at the Hydra booth, big sponsor of the Dallas Vibe, they have a drop coming at 10 a.m. with a Sandana collab. So if you're in the vicinity, you can head over to the booth. I think you can pick them up online as well, so head over to Hydra Paintball.
Should we go buy as many as we can and then resell them for double the price? That's
the name of the game here.
All right, I'm putting down my headset. I'm heading over to the booth.
All right, so we have Vibe over on the left here, and so that puts Northern Lights on my side on the right. Beautiful day here in the morning. It's going to get hot for sure.
It's the WNXL got kind of lucky. They got the morning draw, so they're playing all the morning games, and the heat's not too brutal yet.
That's not luck, Matt.
No? You pulled some strings? I told you he's powerful. Anthony has all the juice in this league. All right, Dallas Vibe on my left. Look like I'm going to have a, yep, there's a run to the snake corner, or maybe snake.
Northern Lights trying to get into the snake, but
snake insert.
Ran a little high. They both lose a player. Looks like Lawrence Salinas is taking.
Right up the middle. The Dallas Vibe into the snake now. No reason to just keep crawling. Just, nope, she's going to stop at the S2, look cross. She's probably going to try to catch that box.
Yeah, the Xbox is out wide here. Looks like that's Tejada. She's making her move up to the snake 50. See if she's going to try and wrap this, because there's not a Siren looking this way. Actually, Siren player comes into, I'm sorry, Northern Lights player comes into snake 1.
Yep. But there's not a good vision down that tunnel. It's actually kind of hard to see. Yeah, Tejada lives because there's really not a good shot down that middle.
You can actually see it from the Aztec in the back corner there. And that, it was a bad luck that the Northern Lights player left the corner, came to that snake 1, and Tejada was able to wrap and shoot out the box in the center. So Vive is up 4-3 right now.
Tejada communicating over there with her D side.
Northern Lights is in the Dorito 1. They're in the Dorito side tall tower, as well as the snake 1.
Dallas Vibe in that tall tower up the center. They're in the snake 50. We've got some kind of Dorito presence. We got the Dorito side tower. We got the, what I'm calling the home, the little mini temple in the back for Dallas Vibe. They don't have anybody on the Dorito side yet. Not into the Doritos. Tejada's going to jump to the inside there.
Northern Lights loses their temple on the Dorito side, so it's just 2 players now. But Northern Lights player did make a move up to snake 1. She's looking to bunker
She's going to catch her in the back. Oh, no. I don't even think she saw Tejada. I think she went right past her. The refs are going to check.
I don't know if that's Tess. Looks like Tess.
No, Tejada's clean. She didn't even see her. Dallas Vibe going to walk this in. There we go, towel out. So I can't say that was the intent, but Tejada, by jumping to that inside, when the Northern Lights player came to do her, I think it was Stairhedge, just didn't even see her. Went right past her. And then immediately got blown up, so I don't think she got anything out of that move.
But you kind of have to go for that, but you have to make sure that.
No, if I'm the coach, I'm not going to yell at her. I think she did exactly the right thing. It's just unfortunate. Tejada, whether on accident or on purpose, kind of went full evasion mode and snuck out of there about 10 seconds early.
Yeah, you're going to see, better teams are going to set the trap. They're going to make themselves known in that and jump onto the other side, have gun ready.
Mm-hmm.
Again, earlier when the snake on this field compared to the layout is a little wider, like the actual width between the inner and the outer is wider than on the layout. So that opens up a couple shots that you didn't have probably in practice. So teams will probably figure that out in their first match or two here.
So we're tied up 1-1. New Jersey High Rollers, San Francisco Sirens. High Rollers coming in number 2 overall. Sirens coming in number 7.
It looks like Vader taking snake 1 for High Rollers.
Big run into the snake.
Ali Belmoras, the Sirens lose their center player.
5 alive still for High Rollers.
So Vader's in snake 2 here. Looks like Alex Del Mar is working up the Doritos. Janae's working out behind Vader now into that snake side Aztec. Ali Belmoras goes up to that center brick.
Ali's going to be in the booth next game, so if you want to ask her what she's thinking, just wait about 20 minutes. So High Roll is really looking across that Dorito side. That works because they pick up the D50. Sirens player taking a walk.
Right,
I think that was Balmora shooting her out.
5-on-3 right now for High Rollers.
Slide up that inside Dorito by the High Rollers.
Yeah, that might have been Bella. Another Siren taking a walk, so it's a 5-on-2. Siren comes up to the Dorito 1, looking inside, and then we've got the what we would call the God Bunker, the little mini W here before the snake. Veda's looking inside, and Janae's looking down the snake side. Janaea comes up onto the snake 2. Siren player comes into snake 1. They pick her up, though, from the Dorito side. I think that's Alex Del Mar.
Siren player at the head of the snake getting a check.
Does look like Bella from the High Rollers, I think, is taking the walk.
Even if she's clean, though, there's no question that the High Rollers know exactly where that snake player is.
I don't know if that's Allison that's over there in the Dorito 1.
Oh, there it is. Takes that snake. Siren player going to take a walk.
Good shot there by Veda. High Rollers are going to go up 2-1 over the Sirens.
All right, we're going to go back to the Northern Lights Dallas Vibe game. Vibe up 3-0. Do you have game plans that are essentially experimental game plans? When, say, you're down 3-0, 4-0, where you're like, hey, we're losing this match, but let's just, like, throw this thing out there and see what happens?
I'm going to go from the other side. I mean, luckily the team isn't down usually 3 or 4-0. But
you can't see it. He's brushing imaginary dust off his shoulder right now.
But it's, even when you're up 3 or 4-0 in the first match of any tournament, if you're having success or you're having not success,
right.
So you're playing from each side of the spectrum here, then yeah, I would start trying some stuff. Like we tried. I think we played 5 points, and all 5 points were completely different. So
yeah,
we didn't try and stick with one thing. You're trying to get better a little bit each match. Northern Lights does take a shot in the back going to Snake, and they lose their Dorito runner as well. So
3-5 immediately. Northern Lights down. They do take that box up the middle, though.
You know, Vibe has definitely got a group of good shooters out there, so they take 2 off the break, both wide players from both the Snake and Dorito side.
Vibe in a more conservative. Well, as I say that, they take the snake, but generally play more conservative, trying to kill the clock. Oh, another 2 players walking off, though, for Northern Lights. This is falling apart very quickly. Just that box alive in the middle. She's looking over her shoulder, trying to figure out if she's got any teammates left. You do not, my friend.
Yeah, I think this is Angie that's here in,
that's
in
it. She's
the
going to take
last
a walk.
player, yeah.
That fell apart very quickly for Northern Lights, and I think it's just losing gunfights, because other than the snake player, Vibe was pretty much sticking to the back line, and Tejada, the snake player, wasn't even shooting at that moment. So I think Northern Lights just lost a few gunfights there.
Well, they lost to the breakout, having both wide players shut off the break.
Sure.
You know, Vibe back-to-back champions here in the WNXL. They have really good shooters. Their coach, Rich Adikas, is he's named Team USA's women's coach for a reason. So, they had good game plans and got the 2 shots on the wide players off the break. So it always helps when you can play 5-on-3.
Yeah. I'm usually on the other end of that equation, but yes, I hear what you're saying. So on top of that, though, they did lose. It looks like Northern Lights just lost a couple gunfights there in the middle, the middle section of the game.
It was a little risky, but they sent 2 players right up the center to that tall tower. Then one stayed there, one went into the center brick. But unfortunately for them, they lost both wide, so they were trapped. And even if they didn't lose those gunfights, Angie Tejada got into the snake, got wide, got to the snake 50. She probably would have started shooting people in their backs.
Would have blown it up.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we've got Sirens on the left, High Rollers on the right. Looks like Taylor Hofer. Looks like
pocket play. However,
Vader's back in the snake.
She's asking for a check. Yep, she's going to take a walk. First player walking off over here. Sirens down to 4 bodies. I'm sorry, down to 3 bodies. They lost their Dorito player. This is not going the way Sirens needed.
Well, High Rollers are a very deep team. They're out there right now. Taylor Hofer's playing the center. Looks like, I think that's Bella over there on the Dorito. It is on the Dorito tower. Again, Veda's in the snake. They do lose Alex Del Mar, but they have Janaea Curtis behind Veda here in the snake. So it's a 4-on-3 right now. Looks like the Sirens are in the home bunker. They just moved to snake 1. And then they have 1 on the Dorito side. Once again, Janaea Curtis is right behind Veda here in the snake.
Sirens are in the head of the snake, but I don't think they're aware of just what she's looking at. Now she knows. Yeah. Now, from that S1, I think all you can do is really just shoot kind of the top edge of that S50. You really can't shoot the side of it.
If you're in S1, typically you're looking cross.
Yeah. But who else can defend? In this situation, there's no one to defend you from getting bunkered, so I think she's got to stay active. She's got to occasionally look down the snake, throw some paint, keep them honest.
Well, that home bunker that you're calling, they should be able to protect you from being bunkered if you're in the snake 1. If I was her, I wouldn't have gone to the snake 2 because now you can't be protected.
Right.
You know, Veda can crawl right up to you and stab.
Oh, she's about to come out and do a gunfight, waiting for it. Wow, that's unfortunate for high rollers. They had a gun dedicated to just exactly that, and she missed her shot.
Yeah, if Janaea joysticks Veda here, Veda can get on her belly and just eliminate the Sirens player in the snake 2, and there's nothing that the Sirens player can do in the center of the field.
Right, another New Jersey high roller player, though, walking off from the Dorito side.
Looks like Bella again. So Taylor Hofer, she's got to stay alive right now. She's kind of on the island in that middle. Whatever Siren player that is on the Dorito side is doing a really good job because they're on the island and on the attack.
Sirens moving up to the middle of that tower.
I think Taylor... No, I guess she's good.
She's going to launch up to that brick. Post up on the S50. She is in a good position to protect her teammate in the snake from getting bunkered. But now she's going to look Dorito side.
Sirens have an opportunity right now. They just got to play smart right here. The next kill is going to really dictate this point. It looks like they have the inside Dorito over there. I can see someone filling a pod.
Siren player staying crossed up with her teammate at the brick.
So right now, the Sirens...
Oh, no. The Sirens player lose a player over there on that Dorito side.
Yeah, that was a big one right there. The move to break open the game is still sending Veda on her belly straight into that snake 2 and just coming around.
Well, right now the Sirens are not crossed up. They're not. Okay, now she's going to come back for the cross up. They need to stay crossed up.
Yeah.
Because like you said, otherwise that snake player is being served up on a tray.
Let's see if the high rollers can break this cross. They don't really have to. They're up one body.
Mm-hmm.
So they can play this a little slower.
And they're up 2-1 on the clock, on the scoreboard.
Good move here by Veda trying to clip a hopper on that box in the center. Especially if she's going to try and shoot at Janaea in the snake too.
Yeah, so that's a good move going backwards. Because once that was a surprise, and once the sense of surprise was lost, she might as well pull back.
Yeah.
She was in a vulnerable position. So, by the way, this is an opportunity for either team. If some player wants to get bold, jump into what I'm calling the passing lane and just crawl on this outside and try to blow the game open. Here's a kind of stalemate where this is an opportunity to do that. And if you're the Sirens, you're down 1-2 and the clock is bleeding. Although you're not, so the Siren player in the snake will not be able to do it because the high roller player in the S2 is waiting for exactly that.
There's another possibility. Like if Taylor backs up and blows, she can blow open that D side pretty quickly because it's a hard cross. Well, Snake 2 has the D2 gap going from the D2 to that 50 brick, but
as you drop further, as you're further and further distance from a person, your ability to get through their shooting lane gets better. So
correct.
Yeah, if she managed to find a way, loop her way back over that Dorito side, even though there's a gun generally looking that way.
I mean, Janaea could also do it. She could have Veda just protect herself and back up to the Snake 1 and start creating a 2-on-1.
There's also the very, very simple part of paintball where if you can get gun dominance, ooh, that was risky. If you can get gun dominance, you have a chance to go. Like right now, either one of those center boxes, if they can get gun dominance, they could launch and go at the other center box.
I think Veda has her as Taylor protected and...
But the high roller player in the box, if she comes over on the snake side, gets gun dominance just for a split second over the Siren snake player, she could launch herself and blow up her mirror.
I mean, if the Siren player was good, though, she's going to roll off and just shoot the gap and should get her before she gets to the box.
Well, clock is not doing the Sirens any favors right now, and they are down 1-2. Neither team wants to lose this point, but the clock is something that's going to become very real here.
I like the sign language going on right now between the center player from the Sirens.
We got just over 3 minutes left on the clock.
You know, this point very much could be the game here.
Yeah. There's a lot of tension here.
in the WNXL, we do play overtime. So if Sirens can tie it up and there's not a whole lot of time left.
Mercy rule? What's the mercy rule situation on the WNXL? I don't remember.
5-0. Same as semi-pro, yeah. Or differential of 5.
Yeah, 5-point diff. Swing.
That was a really good move. It was risky, but it paid off for Taylor to get out wide like that. Yep. That's going to draw the Xbox. Actually, the Xbox has to stay across, so that snake gap might get a little smaller.
So Veda, you know what? Veda, if she really wanted to go for it, she could drop and crawl right up to that S2. I don't think that middle box could even see her if she wanted to drop and crawl.
As long as she goes inside. You can't go on the outside snake beam here because she is standing up.
Yep. Well, the risk moment is getting around the edge of this S50. Yeah, that's the moment where if you're going to get blown up.
You got to go real low and then head towards the inside.
Yeah. Look, I'm scraping for solutions here. This is a pretty good lockdown between both teams.
Well, I think the high rollers are playing it smart. They're up 1 point. They're
clock.
Up one body.
There's probably about 2:15 on the clock, I'm guessing. There's the towel.
Yeah, the Sirens were in a bad spot. The coach had to make a decision. By the body language of his players, that I think that's Lexi that was in the snake.
That is going to be a bitter taste for the Sirens going back, saying, man, that was a solid 3-4 minutes just sitting there, and we still didn't get the point. Now we're going to be down, what do we got, 3-1? That's rough. But as the coach, you can't, sooner or later you got to towel. You can't just let it run forever.
Well, Audrey did her job up the center. Losing that Dorito player for the Sirens when it was a 3-on-3, we said that. We were talking about that. The next kill is going to be critical, and it ended up being the thing that she ultimately changed the game.
Being that far out on the Dorito side, she also would have been the player with the best opportunity to break it open.
Yeah, Sirens were in the best spots.
Yeah.
She just lost a gunfight either on a move or just a straight gunfight to Taylor Hofer in the center.
That's one of the things about paintball is you can have the best game plan, and you just one random hit, and your whole game plan goes down the toilet.
Yeah, you still got to execute.
Yeah, well, you got to figure out on the fly how to overcome.
All right, Vibes trying to close this match out. 4-0 against Northern Lights. They lose one of their back players, so it's a 5-on-4, but Vibe loses a player as well.
Yep,
4-on-4.
Vibe lost their player heading over to the Dorito side. They're kind of stuck in a pocket play now.
Northern Lights, good job getting out to this snake one here, but they lose their center tall tower.
They are in the both teams in the snake now. Well, the Northern Lights going to get up to that 50 a little bit faster.
Looks like Michaela Wilkins, I think that's in that snake one for Vibe.
Here's something you and I always agree on when we're webcasting back at home. Jersey names on Northern Lights, a little bit hard to read.
Same with the Sirens.
Yeah.
Those when your jersey is one color and the number is just an outline or your name, it's very, very difficult.
Yeah. There you go, Northern Lights at the 50. Oh, she immediately shoots her in the hopper, I think. Dallas 5 player taking a walk.
3-on-3 now, but they know she's there.
This is your window for Northern Lights. Northern Lights being down 4-0, you've got to win. There's a lot of time on the clock, 9.5, but you are on the edge of mercy elimination here.
Vibe playing really disciplined, where their guns are still where they're supposed to be. One gun is checking off the outside of this Snake 50.
Oh, no. Oh, she took a bounce. Snake 50 for Northern Lights takes a bounce off the elbow.
Vibe player switches her gun over here from that center X-ball play. We call it the Xbox, but it's that tall tower in the center.
How did she get hit? I'm not sure quite how the Northern Lights player got hit.
There's a bounce shot. If she's in the Dorito 2 or that wedge brick over there, there's a bounce shot off of this pin. Looks like the last, is there one Lights, or is that Erin that's walking out as the last Northern Light?
And, there's no reason to towel at this point, except to save your last player from getting just destroyed. Other than that, there's no Northern Lights players left anyway, so just let the Vibe tire themselves out walking to the box.
All right, we got Corinne and that's Paula Allen that are going towards the box right now to hit the buzzer for the 5-0 win over Northern Lights.
Point approved. Game finished. 1 minute. Timeout.
We are going to timeout. Jersey High Rollers up 3-1 over San Francisco Sirens.
I don't know if our audio is going in or out. Hopefully you guys can hear us, but that match is ended. Vibe with a 5-0 Mercy Rule win over Northern Lights. We're back to the Sirens and High Rollers match. High Rollers are on our left, Sirens are on our right. Sirens are in a bit of a predicament here with low time on the clock and need to score 2 to tie.
I think you definitely go up the middle of that box. You establish dominance there. You're going to have to roll the dice and getting into the snake on the run out if you're the Sirens. The odds are not great. They know you're going to go for it, but, I mean, you have to. It's the quickest route to a win here. Also, it is 9:35, which means you've got 25 minutes to get to the HydroFit booth and be there for the Sandana drop.
So thank you for these matches being quick. So there's a chance we're going to get a
out of here.
headband.
Yeah. I can cover for you. I'll give you some money.
Okay.
You bolt out of here. You get a place in line.
Nice.
Do you have any like league official clothing you can pretend and like cut to the front of the line?
I think I could do something like that.
Maybe I'll get a security shirt off a guard.
Again, those that don't know, over at the Hydro booth at 10 a.m., they have a drop coming with a collaboration with Sandana. So head over to the Hydro booth or hydropaintball.com. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get one online as well.
10 seconds.
High Rollers, Sirens. High Rollers on your right. High Rollers on your left. Sirens on your right. Sirens are going to go for the snake, which it looks like they get in clean. That's a big advantage. Actually, both teams are into the snake. High Rollers up to the S2. Both teams at the S2. High Rollers starting to slide outwards into that snake corner.
Yeah.
Sirens make the same move. Looks like they're stealing each other's playbook.
I think that's Paige Vassar that's now taking might be crawling to the 50. Sirens are going to need to move pretty quickly here to try and capture 2 points. It's going to be tough even to capture one. We got to be under 2 minutes, right? 60 seconds. There we go. Yeah.
You would need something explosive to happen right now if you're the Sirens to try to pull this match back.
And point differential could come into play. So if the Sirens could even score one here and lose by 1.
Sirens starting to launch. It's probably too late to win 2 points in a row, but at least they're going to go for it. We got about 40 seconds left. Oh, they lost their snake player.
I think that's Lexi. Audrey still alive in the center. And the Sirens were in this match.
Yeah.
You know, literally an engagement that they win. Good move here by Paige.
Yeah. Still trying to win it. There's not going to be enough time. She's going to run out.
No.
7 seconds left.
But that was the right move if you're trying to win the point.
Yeah.
Well, a really entertaining set there. Vibe 5-0 over Northern Lights, and High Rollers is going to defeat the Sirens in a tight one, 3-1.
That big lockdown moment in the middle of the game, that was the highlight of this game. I mean, maybe from a viewer standpoint, you went, 4 minutes, nobody's doing anything. But it was so much tension in that moment because that decided everything.
Yeah, and the pressure was on the Sirens when they were up 3-3. I'm sorry, when it was 3-3. They had the better field position, and that one kill off the D side by Taylor Hofer made it. So now they're in the driver's seat. They're already up 2-1. And that there was ultimately the match.
Yeah. Again, if you're the High Rollers, you come off high-fiving, but man, that was a tough pill to swallow for Sirens in that situation, losing that much clock. In any case, that is that match. That has been great to have you. Anthony's going to be coming back to the booth. He's got to get back over to the heroin sideline and keep helping them with their quest to pull this thing off. Any parting words of wisdom?
Hopefully everybody sticks around, watches the rest of these WNXL matches. And always, you'll hear me say this, please support the sponsors that are supporting this webcast. That they're the reason that you're able to watch this free webcast at such a high production level. So thanks to Comp Sports and everybody from NXL Live that's bringing this to you guys. So please look at the sponsors, and when your consumerism is kicking in, just try to purchase from the people that bring you stuff that you like.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. We'll be back in a minute.
All right, take care.